What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Uncaged. I'm Charlie Quinn here with Nazim, Sadykhov. We have a special guest today. We got UFC Flyweight Brandon Royval in the building. Brandon, how we doing?
Good. Yourself?
Can't complain, man. Another day. Good
Thank
to
you
be
guys for
back.
having me. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. We're going to start this thing off with a tribute to our good friend Chris Sicat. Obviously, we shot out of his house, used his studio. He was very welcoming to us. Very dope
nice
guy.
gentleman. Very welcoming. It was easy. Working with him was easy, and yeah, it's a really sad loss in our space, our community. A lot of people loved him. So yeah. Rest in peace, Chris Sicat.
For sure. Yep. Rest easy. Just wanted to take a quick moment to say that. It's only right to start the show that way.
Did he have his own podcast and stuff too?
Yeah, he actually had like 200,000 subscribers. It's called like the Speakeasy. It was dope.
Wow.
I went on it. He was trying to get him on it. Like he used to have fighters, jiu-jitsu guys on it.
He called it
Pretty
Speakeasy
awesome.
because he had ran out of his house, like all kind of like sneaky type thing, or what?
I don't know, maybe, but he was pretty good with it. He was pretty big with it. So
Damn, that's awesome, man.
hats off to him.
Rest in
and,
peace.
Rest in peace. But welcome to Vegas. You know,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
Colorado guy.
Yeah, I feel like Vegas is my second home. I'm here like every other month practically.
You think that's because of the PI now, or because everybody fights?
Well, it's because
in
everybody
Vegas?
fights in Vegas, man. One of our guys are fighting in Vegas, or if it's not me, you know. So yeah, I'm always
Yeah,
out here in Vegas.
Colorado's close too. You definitely should be taking advantage of that too.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
PI and stuff. What is it, like an hour and 20-minute flight or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like less
Yeah.
than 90 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
So it's not bad at all.
Yeah, I flew there this weekend. I flew Saturday. I left at 5 a.m., landed at 7. Left on Sunday, left at 7 a.m., landed at 8:30. It was easy money.
You
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to
I went
some
to the-
football game?
Yeah, I went to the Bills-Broncos game.
Oh,
and
nice.
then-
You a
can't
Bills
relate.
guy or Bronco?
Not either. I was just, it's an hour away. I had nothing to do. I had an off day. I was like, fuck
That's
it.
the
Let's
coolest
just,
shit I've ever
like,
heard.
I went to the Broncos game, and then I was like, fuck it. The Nuggets are playing. Let's go there,
Yeah.
too. We went there, and then I just flew
Bro,
back.
being an adult's awesome, huh? Like,
Yeah, bro. I was like, fuck it. I had no responsibilities. Why not?
yeah, straight up.
You
I
know?
think that time was like growing up scary, obviously, but like, I don't know. There's so much freedom. It's like we get to fight people and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like my life is exactly what I would want it to be. It's just I get to train all day, I get to hang out with my friends, and just be a degenerate almost, but
You watch
a productive one.
You watch sports out there, like the Denver sports teams. Like, they're crazy
not
out there,
really,
man.
but
The
they
fans.
kill it. Yeah, I'm sure. The Broncos fans are wild for
Bro,
sure.
they were saying some wild things to the Bills
Yeah.
fans after winning the game. I was like, whoa.
Bro,
Now I know why people fight each other in the stands. Like,
We always talk shit on Raiders fans, be like Raiders are degenerates, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But I've never been at a Bronco game and haven't seen like a Raiders, like it's not like the Raiders fans are out there assaulting people. It's Bronco fans assaulting the Raiders.
I
bro.
saw a dude, he was double birding like a family with kids and everything, and I was just
Yeah.
like, this is awesome, but like someone's gonna get hurt. Like,
yeah, talking shit to like full on families with kids, all the above, and it's like, dang, yeah, I've never been to sports like that. Obviously, I want Broncos and Nuggets and all that to win and prosper and all that, but like I've never been in a situation where I was heated and flipping somebody off.
Yeah.
But maybe like I don't know if my friend's fighting and they're talking shit.
it's just so funny. These same dudes you'll see like in the crowd going nuts. They'll be sitting at a desk like Monday morning,
I
9
know.
a.m. like nothing's going on, like nothing happened. Like
This on Saturday
causing
night,
fights
drunk
on
and
Saturday,
shit.
Sunday, drunk as could be.
It's crazy to be that invested, but it's also like kind of cool in a sense because I remember like being younger and I lived like right by the stadium where they played at, and just like seeing it and just being like a diehard Broncos fan. We lost the Super Bowl and crying and stuff, and just having like that memory. And honestly, even being at I remember my parents took me to a bar and the bartender was like a Green Bay lady, and she was talking shit the whole time, and we were all talking shit back, and all in good fun. Like there was no danger in that situation, but people escalate it, you know.
Yeah, people get
Is
crazy.
football bigger than the Nuggets, or it's all the same? They're just
I would say
fans?
I would say the Nuggets are huge. I know Broncos. I think the Broncos stadium sells out every game. Like I think
What's the capacity?
I have no clue, but it's
big.
Yeah,
But
it's
the,
big. Yeah,
The Nuggets are big now because they have Jokic, and Jokic is the best player in the world. And
Yeah.
he's European, so like he brought
Yeah,
in
but the Nuggets have been they've always had somebody
for
but they
sure.
had
But
Carmelo and back
he
in
won the
day.
title with
Yeah.
them. But then like he brought in such a different fan base from overseas, and like his whole thing is like he's like nonchalant.
He's
He
the
looks like he
coolest.
doesn't give a shit. He's the coolest dude ever,
bro. He's so cool because this dude straight up made like from it's even for like from one side of the court to the other side of the court, shot it at the bell ring, like the buzzer ring. It wasn't like to win a game, I don't think, but just made it go in, and that guy just walked away like emotionless. Did you watch Fedor? Like how
Yeah,
Fedor had
yeah,
zero emotion,
yeah,
he'd
of
win, and
course,
like
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like he didn't care.
Yeah.
That dude just like
It's that Eastern European
Yeah.
cold. That's
Oh,
what it is.
100%.
Oh, everybody from Eastern Europe or Russia or somewhere.
Yeah.
This is this month.
Yeah. He's like, bro, I've never seen anybody living their dream the best at what they do, and it just looks like it's just their job, bro.
Yeah, just
like he'll
another
walk
day in
away
the
like,
office.
yeah, I just got to clock out. I'm almost done with this shift. You know, like it looks like that. It's
They won,
crazy.
they won the finals, and he was like, now we get to go home.
Yeah.
Race horses.
Yeah,
Like he was
bro.
all fired up to go home.
Speaking of jobs, brother, I got a question.
Yeah.
Why did you steal mine and Malta's fight of the year, sir?
Yeah, bro. I mean, has it been like, is that official or do you guys have it? Or,
I don't know.
like, what is the voting and what is like? I guess I just don't
I thought it
know.
was.
I don't know how any of that really
I'm
works.
pretty sure it's like it's not. I was under the impression it was like a award show. Usually it's in December.
Yeah.
I heard it was gonna be this week. I thought it was tomorrow. He doesn't know about it. If
Yeah.
you don't know about it, then there's no
Yeah,
show
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
because
I don't think either one of
those
us
are the
won
two
it, bro.
people in the running.
So wait. So what?
Usually they have like an award
What is it
show.
called? World MMA.
Yeah,
Award?
and it's like
yeah.
all the media like votes on it and stuff, and like your fight, and there was
Yeah.
2 other fights that were voted, or Jan and Khalil.
Yeah.
think
Bro,
it
that
was,
was a
or-
sick.
That was a
scrap.
sick one too.
That was a sick
Not
scrap.
Jan, Jiri and Khalil it was. But
Yeah,
sick
yeah.
scrap. And
I thought even Jan and Merab was a sick fight. Like I was like, dang, they might win the fight of the
he
year.
took a lot of damage and kept going, Merab.
Yeah.
He just kept,
And it could have been
Don't
like
quit.
performance, like one of the performance ones. I thought they should have gave you comeback of the year at the very least. Like I think you should get some kind of reward for that. Like I don't know.
I did. I got my 100 G's.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
bank,
bro.
I'm
Hey,
okay with not having that little thing at my home.
Bro,
100 G's in the bank is
that's
good enough for
straight
me.
up. I
But
went
those
to-
things are a milestone. Like
Yeah.
to win fight of the year is honestly like it would be mind blowing.
Yeah.
Especially 3 years in the game, and like this is the second time that they're rounding me up for one of the fights of the year. So like in
That's it.
3 years, to me these are like crazy feats. I can only imagine how you guys feel too
Yeah.
after that fight. Speaking of that, I wanted to know what goes through your mind, because I get asked that question a lot in a fight like that, in a war like that, where it's so back and forth, where you're not really confident, you're not really sure if you're winning, you're just working, you're just
Yeah.
putting your head down, biting on that mouthpiece and getting to work. So people always ask me what I think. I always kind of respond the same. There's not really much thoughts, and I
Yeah.
wanted to know if there's anything that goes through your head. What's the mind of a fighter like on a night like that for you?
Yeah, I went in there with the intention of brawling. Like I actually, like I told I wonder if I have the text message, but I had a text message when they told me I was fighting that Joshua Van. I was like, cool, I'm gonna give you, if you guys boost us up on the card, I'll give you guys fight of the night. Like I told him that specifically. And I was like, I'll brawl with them. I'll make it a fun fight. But in the middle of the fight, bro, and I don't know if you feel this way too. It's like I guess I was just working, like it's just like I was just trying to work hard, and it wasn't until like the last minute of the fight where I was like, oh, this might be a really good fight. I could hear everybody. Like it was a roar and I couldn't hear my corner. I'd have to circle back to my corner. I'm like, say that again. Like, and I was like, oh, this might be a really good fight. And then I stole, like the idea came from you guys because we're back to back, I think, right? We're like literally back to back weeks.
Yeah. We were a week apart. We
Back to
were the
back weeks,
21st,
yeah.
you were the 28th, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, as soon as the fight ended, I walked over and I was like, was that worth 2 bonuses? And that's what I asked them. I was like, is that worth 2 bonuses? And they said, yeah.
That's
and then I
sick.
texted them. I was like, I don't care about 2 bonuses. Can I just get my full paycheck? Like I'd rather have that instead of the opposite or whatever it is.
That's
So
still sick though, bro.
Yeah,
That's
so-
still sick. I'm happy for you, man.
yeah.
That's
So I
fucking-
stole the idea from you guys. I guess I didn't steal the idea, but it worked out better because I was like, they have to give us the bonus no matter what. And if I get my full paycheck, I'm making more than I would have
It's
off
okay,
it. So
man. There's enough money in this
Yeah,
game
yeah.
for everybody, bro. It's
I know,
okay.
straight up. I was
We're
like,
good.
are we all getting pay raises too since it's Paramount deal? Is that how
See
that works?
Gaethje today? Gaethje was saying that like
I thought that was cool.
that was dope of him to say. He was like, I have 14 bonuses and I haven't hit a milli with it. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? And like, for him to step up and say that, who's got, I don't know if he has the most bonuses, but he's got to be up there.
Yeah,
in his
obviously Charles
division.
Oliveira and then him, yeah. But I think Charles Oliveira is the one that hit the million. But then it's like, man, that guy's done everything, man. He's not reached a million in bonuses, and that's actually
And like, listen, I'm sure he's gotten paid handsomely
Yeah.
to like fight. And,
He gets paid good for sure.
makes good money outside the cage, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, like he is putting on wars. He's not putting on like your average. Like his fights are bloodbaths. Like
Yeah.
they're nuts.
yeah. He's I think he's bonused every single fight, and it's like that guy deserves it, And I hope that like him putting his body on the line and all the above is like he gets something that's gonna make him set his family up in the future for life. Because
I think name value alone he is. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
The only thing for me about the bonuses is the fact that we have the same bonus today as we did 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It's the same bonus. It's
Yeah.
the same. That it hasn't moved $1. That's the crazy part. But as far as like the fact that that's even an option, to get a bonus for a sick
Yeah.
performance, a sick scrap, KO, submission. All that is still good. It's a really good aspect, and it's a really good part for us fighters. Like we get motivated by that and stuff. Like you said, like I'll make it a fun fight.
Yeah.
You know what comes with that? A fun fight.
Yeah,
Bonuses,
straight
maybe
up.
2, maybe 3. All kinds of shit comes with these bonuses. But yeah, the fact that it hasn't moved in so long. That's the crazy part. But hey, Paramount's here. The UFC is going off, man. They're going crazy. So let's hope we see that too.
Hopefully it trickles down somehow, some way, and eventually, like, we'll be one of those sports where like the Nuggets are getting paid, or like even like the Broncos or all the above, where they're getting paid, and that would be really nice to see in the future, and just some of these fighters just be set up for life, would be really
hopefully
cool.
we're not 47 by that time.
I know,
hopefully
right?
we get to catch that wave. But
straight up.
Anyways, the contracts are getting better, and that's it, man. You stay exciting, you will get paid in this game.
Honestly, though, good on Justin Gaethje. Like, shout out Justin Gaethje for doing that. Like, obviously he's on the back end of his career, but he's still fighting for a belt and he's still in there. And saying that it's kind of better for the next generation than it is for him. Things aren't going to change that quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for him to say that as an OG of the sport is pretty dope, in my opinion.
He's done a lot of cool things like that. One time, I know he I think they try to push a 5-round fight on him, and he's like, "Am I getting paid extra for these each rounds?" And I know that it was like a no-go for him, and he's like, "Okay, well, I'm not doing it." And they're like, "Well, you're getting paid a lot anyways." And he goes, "Well, I don't care. You guys can't use my name in the future and tell some young kid that, hey, no, Justin Gaethje did it." He's like, "No, I don't want that." And it's like he's a real OG of the game, and he's really looking out for the fighters, and that guy really just deserves a lot. I really hope he wins that belt.
That would be dope.
Bro, I honestly, I think he will. I think Paddy leaves his chin up high. He leaves his chin up there. It's not something that he showed signs of fixing across all of his fights. It's kind of been the same mistakes that the right puncher hasn't capitalized just yet. Like Jared rung his bell a little bit. I think just arsenal speaking, I think he has more tools and more ways that the fight can end, more ways that he can hustle for a decision. But I think that knockout punch, Justin has that, and he is very good at finding that because he's the OG. He's what is he, 20 years in the game or something? He's been sleeping people for the last 2 decades. So if anybody knows how to find that shot, it's gonna be Gaethje. And Paddy has the right recipe with the way that he leaves his chin up there, with the way he freezes in exchanges. I don't know if you guys caught on to that, but like, I watch him get in exchanges and he stops in one place, so he's really open for counters.
It's a bad reset.
Bad reset. So I think Justin's gonna be able to capitalize on that.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a huge Justin Gaethje fan. He's so dense and like he's hard to take down. So it's like I think people are counting him out. Is he a huge underdog?
Not huge. He was at first, and then
I remember being a huge underdog.
Everybody was like, "What are we doing here?" Like, he's obviously, no matter what, gonna have. No matter what, if you want to break it down, technically that, no matter what, he's always got a better puncher's chance, in my opinion. He's got the heavier hands. So when fans see like big odds like that, they jump in. They're like,
"Well,
he can knock him out," So the odds came down a lot. He was a big underdog at first.
And working in like Colorado, I get to work with Gaethje or be around him, and obviously don't train with him. He's big, but being around Trevor might be one of the most knowledgeable guys I've ever been. Like just super impressed by him and his mind and like how he thinks about things and just like how he explains things. Like I would say Trevor Wittman, and like him only working with Trevor Wittman his whole entire career. It's like that guy is like definitely something special to me. I've been around a lot of coaches. I've been around a lot of people, and I've never been around someone that's just continuously that impressive of everything he says. I'm like, wow, that's like wisdom.
Seems very wise too.
Yeah, wise, just like the nicest guy, like no ego at all, like just really one of those guys that you're like, oh, this is like a real, like a master of his craft. And
that's
like
why he's where he's at in his respective career.
Oh, absolutely,
because of these qualities.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like being in his gym, you see like all the bouts of like all the fighters he has. I'm like, you got Shane Carwin, you got just you name it, Usman, all of them, and it's like, wow, he has so many champions that are underneath him, and it's like that's just one guy, So it's really cool watching him and like being around him, and obviously like him and Justin Gaethje work hand in hand every day, and it's just like there's some cool stuff that Justin took away from all that, of course.
Sick.
He's dope. You ever see the memes of Trevor Whitman?
Yeah.
He's always smiling, like win or lose his fighter, like he's always got the same exact smile on. It's like this guy's either nuts, he knows something, or like is he just like that? He's always smiling. What's the deal with that?
The first time I met Trevor Whitman a lot, but like the first time I got to work with him, he was running late to the class that we were doing, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry, somebody broke into my car and smashed my window and took some stuff. He goes, they needed it more than me. And like, it was like the coolest story. Like, it was like a cool thing of like the opposite of what I've ever been around. He's like, yeah, they must have needed it more than me. And I hope that they're all right. And I hope that they're okay from it. And like, he goes, it's okay. Like maybe it's some bad karma from when I was younger. And I was like, dang, the way you approach that is like the most opposite of any fighting coach you've ever been around. Where they're like, I've been around the opposite of like some dudes like, I'm gonna fucking kill him, yada yada yada. And it's like, it was like so interesting to me. That was my first like actual like time being around him, and I was like, wow, this is like a really amazing guy, like a special guy of like just genuinely nice,
Yeah. How much does training at that elevation help?
Oh, I mean,
Seems everybody has that edge coming from Denver, coming from Colorado, like. Cardio and conditioning is just one thing that's just never a problem with any of you guys.
Yeah, and it's something that I've never noticed because I've just lived in Denver my whole entire life. But when I went down to Mexico City, it's like 2,000 feet even higher than Denver, and it's like I fought a 5-round fight on like a month notice, and it was honestly cake. Like I remember like being in the third, fourth round, I'm like, oh, this isn't bad at all. I don't feel anything really. So yeah, I would say it's like an advantage, and it's just like something I don't think about of like how awesome it is and all that.
Yeah, and you're a lifelong Colorado guy too, so that stuff is in your body. All these. What do they say? You produce red blood cells or something.
Like, I can't remember
the red blood
cells.
Elevation. It's plasma cells or blood cells. I'm not a freaking doctor. I'm sorry. But a lot of that, and I imagine that if you're there for so long, you grew up there your whole life, that stuff is in your body, and I think like even when you leave, that stuff is gonna stay with you.
Yeah, and it's like I was one of the I feel like in fighting, one of the things I did early on is just like like I never been like the most athletic, and I definitely didn't have like a background in any kind of martial arts. Is I weaponized just being tough and cardio, and like that was like super helpful and like got me through a lot of fights. It's just keeping a steady pressure and just kind of breaking people that way. So having cardio in Colorado, like being a cardio fighter in Colorado and then coming down here is so sick. Like it's definitely like a real
I thought
difference.
Mount Charleston was hard, but Mount Charleston is actually a little higher than Denver at the highest point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're like around 4,000 feet at the bottom of Mount Charleston.
Where's Mount Charleston out here?
It's like 45 minutes from here. I did some trainings over there.
Oh, okay. Is there like a gym down there or just like run or what? Or a little bit of everything?
There's no gym, but there's always teams coming down there. I think Mayweather trains Mount Charleston too.
Oh,
really? He goes out there with his team, and they run
me.
all the way to the top. It's like a 3-mile stretch or 4. Actually, no. I think the peak, it's like a 5-mile stretch uphill.
Damn.
So if you run all 5, I do like 2.5, 3 up, and then I do sidestepping like 2-3 miles down.
Yeah,
it's a crazy workout.
Yeah, you can't run down those. It's like bad for your knees and stuff too. So
well, what if you're sidestepping? It's still
no. I think that's good. I think what you're doing is like at least just taking like a little bit off of it. Like
I'm just working these calves, these footwork muscles, the muscles you're gonna use when you're moving around in the cage.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Working with like Merab and stuff. Is it like cardio like a must at all times or what?
Bro, it's not that like. Robin and I aren't actually training that much, but I see him every day, like what he does. Bro, the guy just, when he finishes his 5 rounds, he stays in the cage and he's like, one more. Yeah. And then would like grab somebody, like puts him in the cage for another round. And then he says, it's round 6, there's just one more. So we see him like do 6, 7, 8 rounds 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It's like, he's honestly truly the machine. He lives up to his nickname to the fullest extent because I literally never seen anything like it. And it's one of those things, I don't even think it's like, I think it's genetic.
Yeah.
It's that or where he's from in the mountains in Georgia, he also comes from very high elevation. So that's actually something he probably also, growing up his whole childhood and his teenage and young adult life, he probably took a lot of those cardio advantages with him when he moved out of Georgia.
Yeah, it's just like built in him. Yeah. I always think too is like, with like, cause like I'll have like one of those heart things, like heart rate monitor. It's like my levels are never different than anybody, but it's like I always feel like I have better cardio than a good percentage of people. But it's like I think that's just like just like an attitude thing too, Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if these numbers, like the sports science, it works, but it only works to a certain extent. I feel like some things are just about. Just dog, they're just true. Like I grew up in elevation. I'm gonna have better cardio. I grew up 15,000 feet higher than you. Of course, I'm gonna have better cardio. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's not like, oh, let's see his heart rate. Let's check this and check that to the T, and we have the numbers and all that's great. But like, I'm technically one of the weakest people in my weight class, because you know that thing at the PI?
Yeah.
Like, I did it with my fingers. You know when you're supposed to deadlift?
Yeah.
And grab the whole thing? I didn't know. So I just did the thing with my fingers, and they're telling me, like, you're one of the weakest guys in the weight class. I'm like, how? Nobody's ever outpowered me. You know, it's like, it's always been neck and neck at the very best, you know? So.
And then there's like, I think that too is like weightlifting strength. Like, I'm not a strong lifter. I can't squat shit. I can't do any of that. Like, I'm obviously not, bro, bench pressing is like ridiculous, but yeah, I'm horrible at all that. But it's like, there's grappling strength too. It's like, I know people that like can lift more than me, all this stuff. It's like, but when I grab them and we grapple and all that stuff, it's like, oh, you're not stronger than me, really. Like, you know, at least in the practical way that we're using muscles and stuff. So there's a little bit of that going on and all that too. 100%. But yeah, bro, I was using that Oura ring when I first got signed to the UFC. They had like Oura ring and it kept your heart rate. It's like how long you sleep, all the above. I wore that shit for a week because it was like pretty much telling me every day, like, oh, you didn't sleep, you didn't rest enough, you need to do this, you need that. And I'm like, I'm not going to live my life according to this fucking app. Like, I can't do that, you know? It's like, I got to go get up there, train, and do what the hell I'm going to do. It's like, sleep or no sleep, I have to get a job done no matter what, you know? And
100%.
it just made me overthink some of this stuff. So it's like, sometimes, like, having the data and all that stuff is like, I don't think it's that necessarily, like, that good for you, you know?
It's the fight game. It's not. There's not too much science involved in this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like, bro, them telling you you're weak, like,
and you get it done on fight night. You know?
Yeah, them telling you're weak, like, I know how fucking strong I feel compared to other people, you know. And it's like, I'm scrawny, so like obviously I know I'm a little bit weaker than some of these fools, but like I also just know when I get into positions, I'm like, oh, I could hold this over some of you guys too, you know, like
So UFC this weekend here in Vegas, obviously your boy fights Alex. Is it tough to watch, you know, one of your good friends and your teammates and stuff like prepare, or is it like you're here, you're having a good time in Vegas? Because I know a lot of guys who say it's almost more difficult to watch their friends fight than prepare for their own fights because they're, you know, so nervous and they're, you know, all the emotions are running. Yeah,
absolutely, man. I would say that too. It's just like I'm a control freak, so I like having control and not having control over like what's going on in his mind and like what he's about to do and all this stuff. It's like, I know he prepared really well for this fight. I know he trained super smart. We've done a lot of homework on him, and it's kind of the special part of having a small team is like we really can just dive in deep in some of these fighters and some of these fights. But yeah, man, it's scary. And like the 55 division, like I don't think flyweights are that scary to me. Like, but the 55 division's so scary to me. It's like, yeah. There's you guys are athletic, you guys are powerful, you guys are all like, you guys are like what a real athlete is, you know, where it's like, I think some of these guys like in the flyweight division, I'm like, you guys are either like athletic or like, you know, are like shaped like me and not that, you know, but
lightweights are just a bunch of 200-pound men just being able to cut to 55. That's all it is, really, bro. You see some monsters, you see some closets in 55.
Yeah, straight up.
Who's the most athletic 25er you fought?
Probably been Al-Cape. Yeah, I knew he was gonna be athletic, super athletic, just super like fast twitch and all that stuff. And it's like going to that fight, like the game plan really was just to like wrestle him the first round and kind of slow it down and maybe put a pace on him the first 2 rounds, and then we'll just fight like a technical fight after that. That's always kind of like my game plan with like pretty athletic guys. But I would say the most athletic person I fought would be Al-Cape, or him. For sure.
Speaking of game plans, you always mix it up like really well. You've had bangers where you're on the feet, you've had bangers on the ground where you're, you know, grappling, you're exchanging, you know. Where did you start? Like what did you get into first?
I started martial arts. Like I joined Muay Thai in like a jiu-jitsu gym. And I started like, I wanted to be a boxer when I was younger. Like I was a huge boxing fan. And then there's like MMA gym pretty close to me. And so I started an MMA gym and really just, I didn't like the ground at all, but like became kind of a fan and then dove deep into like the jiu-jitsu side of things. So originally was like probably more of like a jiu-jitsu guy and then like a kickboxer, like to a certain degree. Like I thought I had hands, but like looking back, like at my old videos, I'm like, God, I really just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But yeah, so I was like a little bit of martial arts. I had zero wrestling up until like maybe a couple years ago. I didn't really practice that much, but I always had like a mentality.
A couple years ago, you didn't have wrestling?
Yeah, like pretty much up until I got to the UFCs where I started wrestling or like started paying more attention to it, and even like more in the last.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, maybe even more in like the last 2 years of like, and I was an idiot too. So it's like I do wrestling classes and I'll just try like arm bars and shit and like jumping arm bars.
I was gonna say, like, I look back at your regional stuff, like you have a lot of submissions and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. It was all submissions, but that was like when I was younger, it was like in my head, it was like I want to be good at jiu-jitsu and I want to be good at striking and I want to beat people where they're best at. It's like, you take me down, I'm gonna sub you. Like zero like attempts to get up. Like when I was younger, like zero attempts to get up. And then if we strike, I'm gonna beat you there. So it was like that was kind of my mentality. But in the UFC, people are so good, and it's like it's almost easy to avoid submissions when you're punching people and choosing wise positions. So it's like I kind of had to learn how to wrestle up, and and then it goes back to that cardio thing. Is like if you get up and then they take you down again, you do that a couple times. It's like you can kind of play on their cardio a little bit, and the submission will open up too. So it took me a while to learn that. I've learned that lesson way too many times, but yeah, once I got to UFC, I've gotten a lot better at getting the fuck up.
But even still, like you fought on the regional scene. Like I always say it to him. I say it to a bunch of people. Like you fought in the LFA, you were the champ there. Like that and Fury fighting. I think those are like that's like the college football of MMA. Like it's like the SEC. That's like the one step right below. Like if you win a title there, you win a big fight there. Like you're probably gonna get your call. Yeah,
it sucked too because like anybody I lost to pretty much got called to the UFC like right then, and then it was like one of those situations. Like I lost to Case Kenny, got called up to the UFC. I lost to this guy named Ricky Palacios, and then like he got called up to the Contender Series pretty much right afterwards.
He's got that famous like he makes the post fight speech. He makes really like forgot what it is, but it's like a heartworming speech.
Oh no, that was Ricky Torosio.
Oh my god,
Ricky Palacios is a whole another Mexican dude.
Oh my god,
but him, and then it's like I fought Charles Johnson, and now he's like top 10. And it's like it really prepared me to get to the UFC. It's like my first fight was Tim Elliott on a short notice, so it's like I pretty much got pushed right to the top 10, and LFA being what it was at that time was really what got me there. Yeah,
LFA's still really moving and grooving. Every week it feels like they're doing something big. And the one thing I like about them is they bring back their fighters. Like, I see a lot of you guys like you go to the events and stuff like that.
If doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah, like that's dope. They really push their guys, and I think it's really beneficial to why a lot of you guys have panned out. On the media side of things in the UFC, like you've kind of learned the right way, and they bring you back and they treat you like a star. They treat you how you should be. Like the MMA space, you're not usually always getting that until you get to that right before the UFC level. Your boys, your family, everybody, your hometown will support you, but it's not as mainstream as it should be, and it's starting to be. Yeah. And it's thanks to, the LFA, Fury, and stuff like that, I think, even Octagon. I love Octagon overseas. Oh, yeah. So awesome to watch over there.
Yeah. Their fan base operates differently, though.
Octagon is like a pro. Like
like Octagon.
It's like the UFC on steroids out there. Like they fill up stadiums.
So that's what I was gonna say.
It's one of those.
Fury and LFA and all these other promotions. They're like actual regional shows.
You were at Fury this weekend, weren't you?
Yeah.
I saw you
They
on
showed
that
some
thing.
love too, and I pulled up completely last second too. I just texted Eric like hours before I was gonna be at the event. He hooked me up, give me a seat, +1, all this stuff. They had me do the fight pass intro thing, so it was cool, man. It's amazing because you fight in these places and it feels like yesterday. I fought in the same venue too. My friend Arthur Miniev, congratulations to him. He was fighting in a venue that I just fought in 2 years ago, and all of this stuff is happening, and I'm reaching heights. Like we went all the way to my home country, Azerbaijan, all this stuff, and then now I'm back here. But I'm back here from a different POV, and it's just insane to me. What was life like for you around the time of LFA, or maybe even a little bit before then? Because for me, I remember it crystal clear, and it's like night and day. It just switches so crazy in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah, bro. And like I always tell people this, and they're like when I'll go talk to schools and like talk to the youth and stuff, and they're like, well, what did it take to get there? And I was like, oh, just like everything I had. Like if I had to redo it, I don't think I would have. Because when I was coming up, I would work an overnight shift at a juvie. I worked at a juvie. They changed the hours of the fight team to the morning and then the afternoon. So it was like, all right, cool. Then I had to switch my schedule of like not working in the mornings. So I'd work overnight, go to the gym.
You were a correctional officer then?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. They named it like a cooler name, but it was pretty much a correctional officer. Then I'd go do strength and conditioning. I'd go sleep for 3 hours, and then I'd go back to the gym for the night training. And that was like my life for like 2 years or something. That like it was like barely sleeping, getting 3 hours of sleep, and then just trying to make it work out, and just you not knowing is really what sucks. Is like if I knew I was gonna get to the UFC, maybe it'd been easier, or maybe I wouldn't have pushed as hard or whatever it was. But like I was like, bro, I'm losing sleep, I'm losing time, and I'm like, is this ever gonna work out, or is this ever gonna be anything? Or am I just spinning my wheels with this? And
did you deal with like the classic, like the star on the regional scene that nobody wants to fight? Like, did you deal with like Thursday, like you're about to make weight, and this guy's like, "Fuck this, I don't want to fight." Like, did you ever deal with that on the regional scene?
I dealt with when I was younger. I pretty much smoked everybody as an amateur that was like my age or like a little bit older. So when I got to the local, like on the local scene, I couldn't find a fight to save my life. So I went like maybe 3 years without a fight, and like 2 years I took a fight, beat some dude in like 30 seconds. And I couldn't find a fight for another year, and then no regional scene wanted to sign. Like no regional scene was gonna fly me out. No other state was gonna fly me out.
You're gonna beat their guy.
Yeah, I was like 1-0 or something like that. So nobody like gave me a chance. I fought an undercard of a Justin Gaethje fight. It was a Justin Gaethje for the World Series, and I was the undercard of it. And right before like I went out, I was the first fight of the night, and they're like, whoever has the best performance, they're gonna put you on like on a TV slot later on. And I was like, all right, cool. Knock the dude out. And then they put me on the TV slot, and then I got signed by Combate right after that. And it was like the thing that changed me. So I fought for Combate, had a crazy fight, and then got signed to LFA. And then LFA just kept fighting me. And that was like part of my contract is because I didn't fight for so long. It was like part of my contract, they have to offer me 3 fights a year. So I was busy after that, and then that's how I got. But it was LFA that saved me, really. Is like I had no fights, and then they'd fly me out, and they're like make me drive from across state to state. But locally, I couldn't find a fight to save my life.
Where was Combate?
Combate, I fought in LA. Combate is like a Mexican.
Is that Campbell?
South America, right?
Yeah,
is that the Campbell? So
Campbell,
I ran their social media for 2 months. I ran their like their TikTok page, and they fired me because I couldn't speak the language.
Yeah.
So like,
oh, bro, me either. They thought I lied on my resume.
I lied on they were like, so like I'm Spanish, but like, I don't really look Spanish. But like, long story short, I'm Spanish. I put it on my resume, and they were like, all right, yeah, good. And I'm good at building socials. So I built the social media up. Like, it was going really good. Like, like 20,000 followers in like 3 weeks, a month. And then they're like, oh, like, sending me stuff in Spanish and stuff. And I'm like, I don't really know what's going on here. Like, and they're like, yeah, like, we're going to have to let you go. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
I'm doing the job, though.
Doing the job really well. Like, they're like, yeah, well, if you can't.
A steady soul. And
you can't. I went overseas with him. I first left the country. I went to Azerbaijan with him to his fight.
His first ever time.
Like I never left.
United States of America to come to Azerbaijan.
No,
that's so sick.
No one really speaks English, so like, I was just out there. But like since I was with him, they were all so nice to me, but I didn't know what anybody was saying.
Yeah, just
like,
smiling.
We were out there so long for like the 10th day I was out there. I started having conversations with them in their language. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like,
you got fluent all of a sudden.
Yeah, like out of nowhere, I know like the minuscule words that I need to know.
Yeah.
But it's dope. Any particular city or country that you never fought in, you'd want to fight in? Like any dream spot?
Yeah, I want to fight at Madison Square Garden. I think that would be sick. But like for me, my dream,
it's the best answer ever.
And the thing that like and like this is I guess cliche, but I want to fight at the Nugget Stadium, like the Ball Arena.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. It's like I grew up across the street. I feel like I've gotten like I've been like in the top 5 for.
Is that where they went when they went to Denver?
Yeah, they went to Denver. And
they didn't put you on the card.
They didn't have me on the card, bro. And I was bro.
A dozen fights in Denver as a pro,
bro. Yeah, there's so many fighters in Denver, and they had like almost 0 fighters on the card. It was like almost a last minute put together card for some reason, but the main event pulled out, and I was just trying to campaign to be the main event of it. When I found out they're going to Denver, I called out the whole division. I said, I'll fight anybody in the top 10. Just for the main event spot in Denver, like please, like I'll do anything. And then they offered me a fight in Australia versus who's that Japanese kid that fought for the belt?
Tyra?
No, not Tyra.
I know what you're talking about.
Kaya Sakura.
Yeah.
They offered me Kaya Sakura in Australia, and I was like, I'm not fighting in Australia where neither one of us are from. When Denver is the week after or the week before or whatever. I was like, let's make this happen in Denver, and they just never agreed on it.
He had some serious hype coming into the UFC.
Oh yeah, he was a knockout artist. He's a knockout artist. He just apparently doesn't have the best ground game.
Yeah,
but yeah, a knockout artist, and he's super explosive and all the above, man.
What did you think of the Van and the Pantoja fight? I know you've had some freak injuries in your career too, similar to that. Like, what'd you think of that? Did you think that, like, the celebrating part of it, did you think that was weird?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
not to instigate. I'm just saying, like, I thought that was a little weird.
No, and I thought to me it's just like I've been in the situation where like both sides, I broke someone's arm and I didn't know what the hell happened. Like I broke his arm. And then he took off running. Like apparently he was waving to the ref off, and I was right behind him. I head kicked him. Yeah, bro. But then he fell.
Dirty.
I did it even worse afterwards. He was falling, and I kneed him right in the face.
It's not even the climax.
Yeah. He was falling, and I kneed him in the face, and I was like, was he grounded? And I walked away, and I was like, I'm just gonna celebrate like I won, because if I get DQ'd, like I want everybody to think that I won this. But I didn't know what the hell happened, and they had to show the replay, and I was like, oh, he broke his arm. Like I didn't even see any of that. So it's like. to me, it's like I know that Joshua probably had zero clue what went on. He just knew he won, and I still don't know what it's like to be a champ. So it's like I'm sure he's like, cha-ching, millions of bucks are coming in, and that kid just changed his life. So I'm sure. I don't know what I'd be like in that scenario, but I'm sure that's like not how he envisioned it. But I'm like,
you think that he's earned the right to run it back, Pantoja?
oh, absolutely. I think even if it was a justifiable win, I think he deserves the right to run it back.
I saw he's back in the gym, so like he's healthy.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, that's a lot sooner than anybody thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
so.
and that was the injury that happened to the kid that I fought, and he broke his arm. Is he dislocated his elbow? Apparently, it's not that big of a deal. Like it's going to take a while, but I still feel like Van's probably going to fight someone in between then.
They're saying that he might fight Tyra in between it, but I don't know.
Tyra or Cape, that makes sense.
That's the game. They move fast. It's a business. You know?
Yeah.
They're saying they want to put more fights this year with the Paramount stuff and CBS stuff. So
and Van's really active, and like that's something cool about him. Is like that fool try to fight like 4 times a year if they'll let him. You know.
Yeah.
So
he's still young. He's like, like 21, 22 years old. Like,
something like that. 24.
No,
he's
no,
24.
He's
older than that?
No, he's definitely not 20.
I thought he was.
Because he would have broke the record of John Jones.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was that young.
He's 24.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's exciting.
But still young and piss and vinegar, you know? Like, I'm sure he's going to try to fight and defend that battle as many times as he can, as quickly as he can.
Yeah, I don't mind him because he's looking to fight again at 25. The one thing I hate about the sport right now is the second anybody wins, they're looking to run up to the next division or run down to the previous division. It's like, defend the belt. Like, I saw Paddy talking today, and like, no disrespect to Paddy Pimble, but he's like, oh, I want to win the belt and go up to welterweight. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about, man? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, Islam, I get it. Like, he's very heavy. Like, he's up there. Like,
and
with all due respect, Paddy's doing it to himself. Like, he's just enjoying himself.
He has 3 or 4 defenses, and prior to 3 or 4 defenses, he cleaned out everybody.
Yeah. And with all due respect, like,
he
comes from a team that, you know, the guy in front of him cleaned out the division. So it's almost like, it's understandable. Like, I want to do something different, and you know, let him go up. And he dominated JDM, you know, any way you want to twist it. It was boring. It was this, was that. He dominated him. So, you know, credit to him, all power to him. But it's like, what are we doing? Like, you're fighting for an interim belt. Like, win that belt, then go win the real belt. And defend it, and then you know what? You can go up, go do what you want. Like,
and the 155 division is scary.
It's too good.
But you know what also is scary is that 170 division. So it's not like he's going in there and doing himself any favors. It's like, I don't know who's fighting next, but that's a scary matchup no matter who it is. That Morales looks amazing. Honestly, the next 5 guys in line, who you can give it to any like 5 dudes behind him, they're going to be a tough matchup.
I think the toughest matchup for him, I think it's Ian Gary. And
just because how he moves and like his elusive
he's
stuff.
Slick and like he doesn't really get hit. And if he gets hit, he's like kind of tough, you know. Yeah. And he takes it to the ground, and he's just really good all around. I think. You think
you're saying for Islam or
Paddy? For Islam, I think he's the toughest matchup for Islam in that division. I think because he's good everywhere. I don't think he's like overbearing in any of the. You know, he came in as a big striker, but I don't think he's, you know, that big knockout artist that everybody thought he was.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
That's easy to be compared to when you come in and you're Irish and Conor and this and that. You're trying to talk like him.
I think Islam would take him down.
He's big on Morales. He thinks Morales.
Oh,
is really true.
I think Morales might be the truth too.
I think
that judo background.
Too, he's real big on him.
It's not that I'm real big on him. I just think he's just so athletic. He has all the aces in one hand. You know, it's the youth, athleticism, knockout power, but also can scramble. So it's like a lot of, but then also there's a lot of questions, I guess you can say, because there's so many welterweights, there's so many high level guys that can test them in different ways.
He surprised me though. I didn't think he was gonna walk through Sean Brady like that.
Oh yeah, bro. I thought Sean Brady was the man.
Nah,
like I still think he is the man. Yeah, it doesn't take anything away from him. Yeah, of course, it's great.
But like. Yeah, I didn't see that coming either.
Okay,
like,
and then Shavkat, bro, like Shavkat, that's fucking.
The thing with me was like I didn't think it was coming, and then like when they got into the cage, like I don't really think size means too much when you get in there. Obviously, it means something, but when he got in there, I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like
there's a big.
Oh, you're talking about
Morales and Brady.
Oh my god, me too. Yeah, I could not believe
they didn't talk about this at all this week. Like what the? Like where's this analysis?
Yeah,
like this is what I needed.
This is
like,
2 different humans right here.
This is a 205er. Like what's going on here?
Bro, he was so big. He was Brady like questioning if he's even a welterweight, bro. The guy wanted to drop down to 55 after the fight.
Yeah, somebody said the other day, I think Islam or somebody said it was like this isn't normal that he's up to like 195 in 2 hours.
I wonder what he walks in at, because like, do you ever like feel that like when I fought this God, I can't remember his name, but I fought some dude, and the next day I looked at him, I was like, there's no way you're under 150 right now. Like you have to be above 150, like gain at least 30 pounds or something. And a flyweight, that's ridiculous. I think like it's pretty big, you know.
Yeah.
But how big can you get the next day with it being without being a detriment to your health or like doing you a disservice, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like 150 is definitely the limit for a flyweight. It's like the 25 pounds is a big difference.
Yeah. Do you ever see this stuff like?
It's got to feel like 50 pounds for my weight class. It would be equivalent to like 50 pounds in my weight
I'm sure because people
30 pounds for a flyweight.
What do you gain? Like, are you up to like 180? Or is that too much?
No, I'm up to 180, but I'm not in the cage at 180. I would say I'm 180 the night we weigh in at 9 a.m. Like 9 p.m. or even a little before that. I'm like 180. But when you sleep it off, you wake up, you sweat, shake out this, that. Probably about 74, 75 in the cage.
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel athletic, light, powerful at the same time. So like that's a perfect weight for me.
Yeah,
if I go up anymore, I'll probably feel sluggish and stuff.
Yeah. It's like
I used to think that like you got to put on as much as you possibly can. You got to put as much. No, you really just got to feel good. And if you're truly not undersized for the weight class, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, straight up. I feel that. What were we saying?
I think like everybody's different with that stuff. Some guys, they prepare and they literally kill themselves to get down to the weight, and some guys, they use it to their advantage.
Yeah, and it definitely depends on your style, right? Like if you're more of a physical person, it probably benefits you a lot more to just be like heavy, like got more heavy hands. For me, I move off speed and just like endurance and all that stuff. So like being fat is like or like being big in there. I don't want to feel fat, like
Yeah, well, people always talk about Gaethje and like Poirier. They're like, oh, these guys walk in the cage at like 190, 195, 188,
That's
185.
crazy.
I'm like, yeah, well, honestly, it makes sense. Like they bite down, they just stand there and just go to war.
Yeah.
Like they're not really. They both have good movement, but they're not like dancing around the cage. They're just like, all right, fuck it, let's just go. Like we've done this 100 times already. Let's stand in.
DP is another unit.
Unit, bro.
I didn't know he went in that big. DP goes
like,
big.
I didn't know he went in that
wide
big
as
till
hell.
the second time he fought Conor.
Yeah.
Because you know how everybody is with Conor. You'll get every piece of info on why he shouldn't have lost or why he should have lost. Everybody's going to either hate or love him and dissect it. And when people were dissecting it, I was like, yo, he's a big motherfucker. Like, he's big.
Yeah. Going at 195 is
He's
huge.
big. Yeah, like, and then now it makes sense when you look at his fights with Gaethje. They were just wars. They were both a perfect match for each other. Like, those fights were sick.
Yeah. Bro, any fight with Gaethje is pretty sick. I would like for Alex, he's fighting Michael Johnson. Is like watching Gaethje and Michael Johnson fight. I'm like, this is such a crazy fight. Like back and forth. They both have moments and stuff.
He's a tough one, man. He's like a boogeyman.
Yeah,
Michael Johnson. Like he has those moments where he just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's
been around
scary.
the block.
Yeah,
I think Alex is really good. I think he's turned a real corner, right, over his last few fights.
And I think he just found his
he's on a real sharp streak right now too.
He's found his style, and like that's some like I feel like that sometimes like a really well-rounded person of like Alex has knockout power. He's super like quick twitch. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's wrestled his whole entire life. So it's like I think he's like had a hard time of finding like who he is in the cage, and like finding like his identity in it. And like I think he's really found himself lately.
He's low key been around a minute. Like, he's been around a while,
and they both kind of have like the same career as like they both have some amazing wins and like some questionable losses. Like how do you lose to that but beat this dude? And it's like that's kind of cool about both of them. But like Alex, I was around him when he went on like a little like loss streak, and to right now it's like there's two different people, two different mentalities and. All the above.
Yeah, he was a little bit. He was like he was a little flary when he was younger. Right? He used to. I feel like he doesn't really talk shit like that anymore.
No,
like,
not at all.
He's very calm these days.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes too. It's like being young and just like being ignorant is like so like such a good thing for fighting. It's like I always think this too. Is like when I'm hanging around fighters, and I've said this before. Is like being around a super smart person that's a fighter is like it doesn't always do the best because like. They're gonna overthink and overanalyze. Is like, and then being around a super dumb fighter, like a dumb person that's a fighter, is like they're not gonna analyze anything and they're just gonna go. It's like it's perfect to be kind of like the teetering. I know the risk that I'm going into. I know what's about to happen and the risk that I'm about to do, but I'm gonna be dumb enough to take that risk when I see like the probability go my way. And toting that line as a fighter is really kind of what you have to do. Is like. I know if I go in, I'm gonna get hit, maybe like or like the possibility, but I'm gonna put myself in the best position to not get hit, and then I'm gonna be dumb enough to take that chance when it's there, and that's like the fine line. Like I'd be around some like really smart people and like just overanalyze everything, and sometimes I feel like Alex used to do that. It's like he'd overanalyze everything. It's like, did I sleep enough hours? Did I do this? And it's like, bro, the bottom at the end of the day is if you walked into a room and he walked into a room and you guys both had to fight each other, no notice, it's like, I'd put my money on you. And it's like, that's what matters the most. And it's like, that's the mentality, no matter what, that you should be carrying into some of these fights. It's like, prepare, don't prepare. But if we're both put into a room and they're told us to fight, is like, am I the better martial artist? Yes. Okay, then let's go do this shit, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's dope. I'll be rooting for him this weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's a good card. It's a really, I know we lost Kayla Harrison and Manny Nunes. I was really excited for that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, for sure.
Tough. No, I was, man. It's the only women's fight in the history of the sport.
It's the only one I'm not betting on a decision on.
That was going to be like the cool one, but fuck, listen, at least they just got rid of it. They didn't make a replacement. Shoot me,
I mean, you can't really like.
You can't replace that. There's nothing,
especially if you're paying them the same, like.
Unless you're going to drag, Dakota Jihev, however the fuck you say her name, out of PFL and get her into the UFC, then I'm not interested. She's good. She's talented. I don't know if you guys have watched her. The girl from the PFL.
No, I don't know too much about it. But they're the 35. They're all 35ers, right?
Yeah. She's like the only. I only know about her because she finishes everybody in the first 2 minutes of the fight.
That's so sick.
She fights in PFL.
Yeah,
and she's
on
her way stop myself
over.
Before I get myself into trouble.
I know.
You know what I'm gonna go with.
Anyways, next subject. No, I'm just playing.
But you have any predictions this weekend? Anything? Let me see.
Let's jump on that card. Let's drop some predictions real quick.
Right.
I actually don't even know the whole card.
I'll give you.
Yeah, it's a fire card. Like, there's nothing but good fights.
I'll run you through the main card. Just give me who you think's gonna win.
Yeah,
and we'll go to the next one. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett.
I got Gaethje.
Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong.
Oh, this one I'm torn. Like, I don't. How do you guys feel about this one? I think Sean O'Malley it's such a good opportunity because you see him fight nothing but Merab for the last few years.
Like the book says it's got to be O'Malley, like in mentally, but like I watched Song Yadong fight and he's really active and he's really fucking good.
And so he's so good. He's so
active.
Explosive.
That's really like I like guys like you guys. I like guys who are active.
Yeah,
and he's active and like O'Malley's had these layoffs. I know how talented he is. I know how hard he hits. But he's had these layoffs, and that scares the shit out of me as far as like having to pick a fight.
I think O'Malley's mindset, knowing how he is, I just don't think it's trustworthy enough. Like, it's not reliable enough. We don't know what kind of O'Malley is going to show up because we've never seen an O'Malley face as much adversity in his career as he's facing now.
And I think he's cool now. Like, I think
humble
O'Malley is dope. Like, he's making the jokes like, oh, that sucked. He kicked. Like, he was talking about
support. He said, I'm the I'm the Coco. No. Yeah. I'm the featured prelim of this and that.
Yeah, he's been pretty funny. He's turned a corner with that stuff. Cause I guess it can't be easy. Getting humbled and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, but he's turned a corner. But I think he's gonna win. I think it's gonna be a tough fight. But I think he's gonna have to grind it out. Or
he's skillful.
I just think it could be one of those like holy shit. He clips him early and he's shooting the jumper and it's like. UFC is like he's back, give him a title fight.
100%. If he
wins, he's getting whatever he wants. Like
I was thinking that too. Is like this is probably one of those situations where it's like you forget how good Sean O'Malley's like striking is because we see him fight Merab, and Merab's just a whole different beast. Than the rest
he's gonna go toe to toe, and he's gonna have to have the distance and the range. I'd assume on Yadong, and he's really pinpoint accurate. That's his game.
And he could probably get Yadong to come in and fucking cross that barrier where he can't be touched and all that. So I'll take Sean O'Malley too.
I think this is the most interesting fight of the card, and people are gonna think I'm crazy. Waldo Cortez Acosta against Derek Lewis. Someone's going to sleep. I don't know when. I don't know how. By what? But one of those two is going to sleep.
I'm not brushed up on my homework, but I've been running into Waldo Acosta a bunch, and he seems cool as shit. So I'm gonna go Waldo.
Bro, he's a lot us being from New York, he's that Dominican dude from the Bronx. Yeah, that's what he is. Like, you pull up to the red light,
two families.
Red light, somebody pulls up with subwoofers.
He's always
some Dominican is grilling you, and it's
bro. Like I describe his fight style as like he's a clubber. Like like we throw a thing with throwback boxing. Like he's just throwing bombs and like he's clubbing. Like it's like. He's fun to watch, but he's fighting Derek Lewis, who I have never, to this day, I know you guys, no gambling, UFC, I get it. I'm allowed to gamble. I have not lost more money on fights than Derek Lewis in my lifetime. He comes back and just screws you every time you think he's out.
But tell me not, you've never seen Derek Lewis as skinny and in shape as he is right now.
I love watching him fight. Yeah. Every time I bet against him, he wins. Every time I bet him, he loses. It's just one of those guys.
Who do you guys have picked on this one?
I'm gonna go Waldo. I'm a Waldo guy.
Yeah.
I think he's dope. I think he's really good. I think
now you got me questioning if I should go against you because of this.
Well, I think Waldo right now he's on a run, and when you're running hot like that, and you got back-to-back victories, you're just simply more dangerous. You know, he's gonna come in, he's gonna be super confident against Derek Lewis, who's as dangerous, but I just don't know where he like. I don't know what this like new shape Derek is like. I would just say like for me it's like 52-48 Waldo.
Yeah. Dude, what's new shape Derek like anyways? Because like I remember hearing, and I don't know if this is any of the rumors are true, is that Derek would go hit the bag for like 20 minutes and then that would be his like training camp.
Maybe
Like,
it's 40 minutes now.
Yeah.
It's honestly
He's
awesome.
a whole new human. Lost a bunch of weight. Yeah.
When you look at the result, he's like the American dream. Almost like
yeah.
you work out for 20 minutes, you go eat whatever you want,
Yeah.
you go show up, get fight, and you get paid, and you go home.
And
It's like,
still just one of the most loved UFC fighters on
Yeah.
top of that. Like that'd be crazy.
he's awesome.
I just low key sometimes I'd just be rooting for him because I just want to see the post fight interview.
My balls was hot.
100%.
This guy's
Yeah.
fucking
I'm gonna go
great.
climb on top of my wife or something.
Nah, the craziest one he did was when he went after, he fought like Ronda Rousey's like husband or boyfriend or whatever. He was like, "Where's Ronda Rousey's fine ass at?"
Bro, he left
And
a
it's
lot
like-
of gems for us.
It's like,
That's
bro, it's like when
crazy.
you look into it, it's like, yo, that's crazy to say. Like,
Yes,
oh my
absolutely.
god. But
took his pants off.
fight that's
Yeah.
fallen under the radar: Arnold Allen and Gene Silva. Gene Silva had more hype than anybody in the UFC a year
for
ago.
sure.
This fight's fallen under the radar. I feel like nobody's talking about it.
Bro,
Which
Gene
fight,
Silva
bro?
got an aura about him, bro.
Gene Silva and Arnold Allen.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about it.
I think Arnold Allen's super skilled. I think
He could crack.
he could crack. He's really like methodical with his striking.
Good
Yeah,
chin.
good chin. He's also I think a big 50 or 45. I remember talking about going up for like a week before he signed this fight. I remember it's like I'm going up to 55, and the next week he signed Gene Silva. And I'm like, oh okay, well I guess not, but. I don't know. I sometimes when like Gene Silva, I walked into a room this morning, and then last week when we were fighting Houston, like bro, he has like an aura about him that's pretty fucking sweet. Like I don't know, like you just feel the danger in that
I just
room.
hate the barking, man. Driving.
Yeah.
I've been around it. Like we see it in the PI. I'm like, bro,
really?
what is he always barking about? But I guess like that's his thing.
Oh, he just
That's how he
doesn't
gets
do that
himself
for-
psyched. Oh, he just does that like normally. Yeah, I've seen him do that. Like
yeah.
they just doing that. And I'm just like, all right, man. Like it's very uncomforting if you're not like in the zone in that moment and you just see it.
Just randomly.
But
I only think they're not talking about this fight because Arnold Allen's been out for a while. Gene's coming off a loss, and you know the fans sometimes they just it's a forgetful business, good or bad. People forget. If you have like a banger and
Yeah.
stuff, like they'll forget it. But like when you're running hot and you're exploding into fame and all this stuff, it's like that's when that fraud check thing comes in, and that's
Yeah.
when people choose to forget about you quick afterwards. When you get that fraud check moment. Where Gene took his first loss against Diego.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, yeah, you see, he was never that good. Now they're turning their attention to the next one. But, the fight itself is a sick fight. So,
Yeah.
everybody's going to be tuning in. Even if they're not riding the Gene wagon at the moment, the nerds took a couple of L's. But this will be a sick fight. People will jump right back onto either guy. Like, however this fight goes, I pictured this being a lot like the Diego Lopez fight.
I think it's
Yeah.
fight of the night. I think it's.
Oh,
gonna be-
yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
exchanges back and forth, slicker boxing, more explosive boxing from
If we get out of the
Allen,
first
slicker
round,
from
if we get out of the first round, it's gonna be
Be
one
surprising.
of those. It's gonna be
Yeah.
no. I think like it'll be like someone goes to sleep early, but if not, if we get past that first round, we're in for the full three. Like
Yeah.
we're in for a war. Like they're both gonna settle in. They're gonna get to the corner, and I think we're gonna be like, all right, here we go. It's one of those. Let's get our fight of the year. A month into it.
And it's nice too that it's the first fight of the year that we don't have to compete with the fight of the year between those two assholes either.
man.
Yeah.
It's so good to be the spectator, man.
Yeah,
It's
for
so
sure.
good to be the spectator.
But I have Arnold Allen. I think Arnold Allen can get it done. I think he's really slick striking wise, and I think that you're right. He's maybe been inactive, and maybe that's why people forget about him. But he's really good.
I'm also gonna go Arnold down. I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll with the dog.
Yeah.
I really like Arnold Allen, and I'm kind of like rooting for him a little more. But I think Gene does get it done. He's cleaner. I think Allen has like more unorthodox, like explosive, like weird combo type of work.
Yeah.
Whereas Gene finds his shot and he rips the body, and I just think Gene's a little cleaner, and I think Allen coming in as hard as he does.
Can leave himself open
yeah,
for something.
he leaves himself open for something. I could think Gene can run him into something.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Gene.
Okay. By finish too.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Otherwise, like he said, crazy scrap.
Crazy
If there's no
fight,
finish from either end, this is going to be a monster scrap.
A bonus for sure.
I think this one's your division. I think this is gonna be a sick one. Alex Perez and Charles Johnson.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a pretty decent fight. You know.
Yeah, that'll be good. Are they? They're the next fight down after that.
No, there's a girls' fight. So I just
Decision.
Nah,
Decision.
all jokes aside, though, Natalia Silva fights Rose Namajunas this week.
Oh, okay.
But Rose is Colorado, right?
Yeah, Rose from Colorado.
Isn't she like a low-key Denver legend? No, she's been there for a minute.
I don't think she's from Denver, but yeah, she's around for sure.
No, she's around there.
Yeah, she'll be training. Like I'll run into her every once in a while. But
what do we think of that? Any
Rose versus
Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva's got like all the hype and all the steam around her.
Oh, really?
Everybody loves her. Yeah.
I don't know anything about her, but so I'll go Rose Namajunas.
Doug Rose.
Yeah,
Doug
Rose.
Silva. And I work in like sports card stuff, and they chase her cards like.
Isn't Natalia the one that like moves around a bunch and all that?
Yeah, she had curly hair.
I'm kind of
She's
giving
good.
you more of who I'm rooting for versus who I actually think will win. Just because I haven't seen enough of Natalia Silva. Like I'm probably sleeping on a good fighter, but I just haven't seen her yet.
Umar fights Figgy.
Nice fight.
Figgy's fighting this weekend.
Yeah, it's so random,
Bro,
right? Like
what
nobody's
the hell?
talking about it. Like
Umar.
Nurmagomedov.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. Like it's so random.
Huge name, right? And it's
There's
like
just no hype behind it. What's going on?
this
Bro,
is
you-
truly a stacked card. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I
Yeah,
know
I
about
didn't
two
know
fights
that.
this weekend. Like I obviously will.
Obviously Umar's gonna win that fight, right?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I would have to assume so, but like,
Yeah.
well, it's just so random.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Youth, sharper everywhere, kick heavy, which might be a problem for box heavy.
Yeah.
Figgy.
You'll get a Figgy, with tongue out or something with blood, or he'll do something where he's screaming. But I think
Figgy's still
Umar-
that dude forever.
I think
Yeah.
Umar's gonna roll.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
kinda
reason
think
why
so,
they're giving
too.
Umar this matchup. I don't know how to say his name, but I know he's gonna sleep the guy. Atiba Gater, however you say it.
With foreign names.
This
I
guy?
don't know.
Yeah, call the expert.
Literally the expert.
Oh no, this is not my.
This is not my
continent.
version.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't your continent.
Not my
man.
continent.
What continent is it?
Ateba Gutier.
I don't know how to say
Cameroon. He's from Africa. Cameroonian. From England though. Atiba
He trains with Strickland a little bit.
But I'll give you this one. Andrei Pulayev.
See, I don't know.
Andrei
I don't know
Pulayev.
who either one of those guys are.
Oh well, this kid Ateba, he has hype about him around him, bro. A unit at 23
Heavy
years
hands,
old.
bro.
We're talking about that African build.
Oh,
They call him like
real
Baby
mama
Ngannou.
Africa.
Okay, I'll bet on that.
Yeah,
Anybody who they're gonna call Baby
sleeping
Ngannou,
people.
I'm in on.
He's been sleeping
What weight
people.
class? Heavy?
85, right?
Middleweight.
85? Oh,
Yeah, he's been
my bad.
sleeping
No, my
people. Explosive, bunch of hype about him. 23 years old.
Jesus.
But he's built like a freak. I don't know what to think of that. Like I don't know what age you typically
That's what he
get to
looks
that.
like.
But this was the
Oh, yeah, okay, I
Bro,
know
but
what
show
yeah,
us
he's
his
saying
shit.
like, I don't know how to
He's good.
describe it.
Yeah.
That's what I know what he looked like, but I can't
There's
say
that.
his name.
And then Pulayev is more of like a slick kickboxer almost. Didn't look too sharp, but he did something. He had a good performance. Whatever fight I watched of his last, he looked good. So it should be interesting, but gonna go with Ateba. I
I'm
think
gonna go to Teba. I
Yeah.
don't know how to say it, but now I do.
you've been
I'm gonna
sleeping
go-
people, man.
I'm gonna
People
go
are
with
like
Teba too.
his last
I didn't even
opponent.
see a picture of the other guy, but that guy looked like everything.
Yeah.
Bro, there's movers.
He's
and
not
there's-
gonna have a good time. I don't think.
Those are two different body types. though.
Way too different body type. If he lands his shots, I don't think he's gonna have.
And I wonder when people see me, they're like, "Look at that body type compared to that. It's all scrawny."
Nikita Krylov fights Modestas
Nikita
Bukauskas.
Krylov.
Brother, I don't know how.
Nikita
You know what? You
Krylov.
go. You got it.
Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas.
Okay. Well, he got it right, and you couldn't get it right. How is that possible?
Bukauskas. Yeah, I think it's Bukauskas.
Bukauskas.
I'm gonna go with Bukauskas.
Yeah, me too. I like him. I like him. He's a cool dude.
Let me.
The rest are all in American.
Yeah, Bukauskas. He's the one that Khalil knocked his knee up, right?
Yeah.
For the ACL with
Oh,
that
yeah.
with that knee stomp, and then but he looked good in his last fight. I think if I'm thinking correctly, he looked good in his last fight. I'm gonna go with him as well.
Yeah, I go Modestas.
I think.
I just like him a lot as a person.
I think he's gonna win as well. I think now this is the fight that I'm gonna turn back to. Flyweight division. Your division.
Oh yeah.
Alex Perez, Charles Johnson. What are we thinking?
I think Charles Johnson. I think Charles Johnson's slick. I think that he's been kind of teetering going into that top 10. Or is this a top 10 fight?
11 and 13.
11 and 13. Yeah, I think he's been creeping in that zone for a minute. And I think he's just slick on the feet, has really good cardio, and can push a pace. And I don't know. And Alex Perez wrestles, so if he decides to wrestle him, it could be issues.
I feel like there's always been hype around Alex Perez, and
Yeah.
then like with Charles Johnson, he's kind of like
The
the
dark
forgotten.
horse.
He's the dark horse.
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
forgotten flyweight, and he's always there.
Yeah.
And he wins big fights, and then he
Then he's lost some like
He's
weird
lost some fights,
too. Like
you
he's
know?
like lost to Cody Durden. Dang, he lost to Cody Durden. That's like a pure wrestler too. I still think Charles Johnson gets it done. Yeah.
What about you?
Probably give him the nod, but Perez is in this fight, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll give Johnson the nod.
Yeah, and like even think about the mind state is like Johnson just knocked out that sick kid, the younger kid, Loner Kavanaugh, and then
That
just
fight
beat-
was nuts,
bro. That kid looks so
he was
good.
putting it on him,
Bro, I've
That
never been
fight
so
was
impressed.
nuts.
Bro, the Loner was, I was like, damn, this guy's issues. And then
That was the guy my brother tells you about. He was like, "Oh, I love this kid," and he was
So
super
good.
aura.
I know what you're talking about. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
him.
Super
Yeah,
amount of aura. He
smooth.
came out. He was really good. And then
really made one mistake, and just Charles Johnson caught him. But
he's the vet, you know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's why he takes those fights and he's around.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's hard to take out. I bet you Charles Johnson's never been finished or anything. So yeah.
next one is obviously I know what your answer is going to be.
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
one, Michael Johnson, Alex Hernandez.
Yeah, I got Alex Hernandez.
We ran through this one.
Yeah, I think Hernandez.
Yeah. Josh Hokit.
Appreciate you guys.
Of course, man. I'm not gonna. What am I? I'm not gonna win that battle.
I don't
bro.
know. I don't know who Josh Hokit's going against. Who's he?
Denzel Freeman.
Do you know anything about that guy though?
I don't. This
Yeah,
is what
pull
he
a
looks
picture.
like. I just know Josh Hokit talks a lot of shit and he says
Yeah.
some weird stuff.
He was wearing gloves and stuff all around the PI, and I was like, "Is this like
He's like he's like
is
trying
he
to
doing a gimmick?
the WrestleMania
Yeah,
gimmick
yeah.
with the American bandana on.
Yeah, is he a boring fighter or is he exciting? Josh Hokit, or is it Josh Hokit?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
talks. I just know he talks shit. I watched him like in Contender Series. He won.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's got hype behind him. This is like the classic. They build him up, and
yeah. Find him something. Yeah, so they're probably just trying to build him up a little bit.
we're gonna go with Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
All right, here we go. Ricky Turkios. This is the guy I was talking about
Oh, yeah.
before. Him and Cameron Smotherman. Wow, Cameron Smotherman fights this weekend.
Yeah, I like Cameron Smotherman. I like the way he fights.
Yeah,
He's
he's
to
a
watch.
fun fighter.
He got good hands. I don't know what Ricky Turcios like game plan is. Probably wrestle heavy and like
He's a
cardio
grappler.
wise.
Yeah.
So obviously, if Cameron could defend that, he's have a good time.
Yeah, he's good. They pinned him up quick against like I think he fought Peyton Talbot. Oh no, that's Cameron Simon. But Cameron Simon, they've been
yeah.
giving him.
No,
same
you're
thing.
right. He never had a rise.
He's
He was
never
just
had,
thrown
like,
right into
bro,
the
he's thrown right
mix.
into the
He's
wolves,
right in
I'm
the
like-
mix.
Yep.
Crazy. But and then the last fight is the first fight of the card. Adam Fuggett against E.Y. Miller, aka Ty Miller.
Ty Miller, yeah.
Wait, can I see a picture of these guys? I used to know everybody.
Times are changing. There's a million
Yeah,
people
yeah.
on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know people fighting on your own card probably. a lot
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
time,
that's
too.
exactly
It's
what
like,
I'm
oh shit, we're
saying.
fighting on the same card. Cool. Dap them up.
But those two dudes, I don't know either one of them. So
It's fair. That's why I wasn't gonna go through the whole card.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's fair.
who looks the coolest, really? Who looks chill? Yeah,
give me Adam Fuggett. We're gonna go with him. He's
Yeah.
plus 400.
Yeah,
Fuggett.
We're gonna
Yeah,
give Adam
Fuggett.
Fuggett. Give it
Fuggett.
a dog. He
Hell
looks
yeah.
cooler.
That's sick. Yeah, I don't know, man.
But,
What's the next big card?
Next week, 325. I don't even know
325.
who's on it, but I know it's next week.
Is that's not the Seattle one, huh? Who's the
Sydney,
main event?
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney.
in
Yeah, that's
Sydney.
Rafa. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm actually flying out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Damn,
Sydney
you've been
for-
traveling a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I have the time right now, and when the hell? Like, I've never been
Yeah.
to Australia. It's gonna be a dope time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Fiziev.
flown out to that UFC Mexico card. And I'm like,
That'll be that's
go out to
that'll be
Mexico
lit.
City, enjoy some time and all
Never
that
a
stuff.
bad time to fly to Mexico.
Before
bro.
we head out, what do you think of that fight? Fiziev, good friend of the show. He fights the fighting nerd dude. What's his name? Fucking
Oh my god,
Mauricio.
what a sick fight!
Sick
Yeah.
fight.
That is the coolest fight they
Ruffy.
could have made.
Yeah.
That's next week.
I think that's next week.
that's
yeah.
Literally next week,
That's
brother.
next
That's
Saturday,
next
yeah.
Saturday,
Oh
guys.
my god,
That
that's a
fight's
sick
nuts.
fight.
You're
10
This
days
is the
away.
fight to really judge him off of. But I think Fiziev might be able to, like, honestly, just. I think
He's good
wrestle.
all around. He showed in his last fight,
But
he
that's
could
another
wrestle.
thing too. He could wrestle. Like, if Fiziev wrestles him and takes him down, I think Ruffy looked like he had a little bit of holes in his ground game. And like he's there. He's a good ass kickboxer too. So I don't know, man. I got Fiziev edging it.
I don't even see an edge. I honestly think Mauricio's gonna do some cool shit, but I think Fiziev, with activity, if he stays
Yeah.
active, I think he's gonna pick him apart.
Stays on.
I don't think people realize how high level he's
Of a
literally like
kickboxer.
outer space, like striking. Like when you actually move around with him, you start to realize how much faster his twitch muscle, his reaction is, and he just always knows what to do, and he's always finding himself in the right position to do the next thing that he's gonna do well, whether it's a shot or like a kick, a punch, whatever. He's just a master at that. Like you don't even get to see that like on TV as much as you do when you're actually in there with him.
Yeah,
moving around. So
is he still a Tiger Muay Thai coach or something like that?
He's a Tiger Muay Thai coach, but the Thailand scene changes around a lot, and I think he's doing part of his camp in Bangtao and part of it in Tiger.
He's also from Azerbaijan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From the same city too, Baku.
Oh, really? So you've trained him a lot then?
No, we didn't. We never trained. Both him and I didn't really. We didn't live and train in Azerbaijan and everything. My family, we moved to Russia and then we moved to the States early on.
Okay.
But with Fiziev, I've trained with him in Thailand, and he's been out here for a couple of months. He helped me with my last camp. Like I've trained with him a little bit.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna train with him more in the future. He's really like
a whole nother level.
Yeah. Like
craziest thing is watching him fight. It's like, bro, he's the nicest guy ever. It's crazy how like most of you guys like. The violent ones are always so nice, and then like
you get humbled all the time, right? Like I always feel that. Like,
bro, you see the boring fighters who are always the biggest assholes. Like I'm gonna say, Colby Covington's like the biggest dick on the mic, but then you watch him fight, it's like, yo, it's so boring. And then you get a guy who's like fights like you guys, and it's like, oh, they're usually so calm. They're not always like you're not talking unless provoked. Like you'll talk your talk, but you're not like
humbleness is pre.
It's not like fuck this guy, this that, fuck your family. It's like let's show up and go to work.
We don't need to be assholes to sell our fights. Our fights sell themselves, you know? So it's like Colby Covington kind of needs that like role of like, oh, I'm fucking this, yada, 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 and be controversial for people to even tune into his fight. Yeah. It's like, you don't need to be like that because people want to watch you fight, you know? Like you bring the heat. So it's like, I remember being up on the stage and because I was like at the press conference when Colby was on there and he was saying the craziest, wildest stuff. And the whole entire time I'm like, bro, everybody on here is a killer. Like just has finishes, super dangerous everywhere. And then there's Colby who's talking the most shit about all of it. And like, it's like, dude, you don't really have any finishes or anything. Like,
it's like some things are crossing the line too. It's like, bro, it's like something's just unnecessary. Like, you're not even selling the fight. You're just being a dickhead at that.
Bro, it's a gimmick that just should have been cut 8 years ago. That's all it is. He's actually not a bad dude. Like, you meet him in person, you have a conversation.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's cool. He's cool. He's like literally just a normal, cool, nice dude. But then he has to keep up with this gimmick. But the gimmick, it worked like 8 years ago when he had to save his career and then he had to sell a few fights. He is a name now. He doesn't have to do it anymore. He could just chill out and then just be himself, cut the videos, just transition into something else. You know, that thing is literally 8 years overdue.
I will say, I've seen him around. He's always in the casinos in Vegas. He's always playing poker. He's always like a poker tour. He's like always around in Vegas. Like he seems like a normal ass dude. Just,
I'm sure he is.
Everybody's got a gimmick, but some people take it too far, you know?
And
it is.
You see that too, is like people like, and I think this is where Conor McGregor messed up, is like maybe it was a gimmick at first, but then you kind of get stuck in that personality a little bit too much. And I mean, I would like to think he's just kind of stuck in a personality, but you see like a handful like,
well, I think
famous people do that. Right?
I think he's stuck in I think Conor, the problem is he's stuck in a mindset of the personality. He's not living it. So he's like, he's drinking and he's doing the drugs, he's whatever, he's partying to get himself up to that, to where like somebody will say something stupid and he'll be able to like, I'm the man for that 20 minutes, I'm going to fight with you. And then he deletes it. And then it's like, he's coming back to fight every week. It's like, dude, if you were coming back to fight, I think we would know by now. Like, we'll know when he's going to come back and fight. Like Dana's not, Dana's going to tell us when he's going to come back and fight. We're not worried about.
And it's also just like one of those things like I'm not even excited anymore.
Yeah.
Like I used to be so excited to watch Conor fight and all that stuff. And
he literally became like drunk Unc in the corner talking about, I'm going to do this and that. You're like, all right, Unc, all right, cool. We'll see you next week.
If we knew.
So what about Royval and the Van fight? When's that rematch? Or do you just go on to something else? Like that Conor McGregor news is like old already. But if and when he does come back, everybody will be excited. But I don't even know. I don't think
it's tough to get excited when you don't know if he's going to even it. Like if it's ever going to be real. We live in an era now where people take fights and they back out, or he's not one to back out, but people take fights and they don't go through, and it's like we're going to get excited over something, and if he doesn't come back, if he does that again and doesn't take a fight, it's like no one's ever going to take it serious again.
Yeah.
But that being said, we've been here a minute. I kept you long enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to close with this. I ask him this pretty often. I'm going to ask you, if there was one athlete, one celebrity in the world that's not a fighter that you could have in the ring tomorrow and fight them, who would it be?
In the ring tomorrow? Dang, that's a good question. Just, you said an athlete?
Any athlete, any celebrity, an athlete and a celebrity, either one.
Athlete and celebrity. Dang, bro. I mean, William Wallace looked really cool last night. I just would like to see how I'd do battle with him, so... William Wallace looks really cool. Dang, I would like to fight Bruce Lee. That'd be cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Like no disrespectful stuff, like no beef things that I can't think of. Can't think of a celebrity that I just hate specifically right now, like, or like an athlete. And I've never been into sports enough that like a combat athlete that I can't think of, or like I can't really name too many combat athletes I have beef with. But Name. Say Bruce Lee. That'd be cool, huh?
Yeah.
He's about my size, maybe even like a little bit smaller. See what he does, you know.
He was like $130.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah,
he's
he was,
tiny.
you
Huh?
know, he was like 5'4", $130.
Yeah.
I don't know about the height. Don't quote me on the height, but he's definitely not tall.
Oh, that's a combat athlete too, huh? That's cheating. Damn, I don't know.
He's just too nice. That's what I said before. The violent guys are always the nicest. You can't even give me someone you hate.
And that's okay because
I'd fight Gandhi.
when the cage door shuts, bro, we'll be the real version. We'll be the nasty version.
What about Abraham Lincoln? Is that an option?
What did Abraham Lincoln do?
Hey, I don't know. What is he about to do in the cage though? Huh? He got that length.
Yeah, he got the reach on you for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see what he's like.
The chin is disguised by a goatee.
Yeah.
He has no mustache and a beard, so he might
What if
wrestle.
he had one of those like no chin things? You know what I'm saying? Like he just had that disguise.
2-3 and forget.
Yeah, for sure. Who's the current prime minister of
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'll
But
take on a couple celebrities, but that's hilarious. I wish I came more prepared with that question. Had it steaming.
is there any athlete you would train with?
No, train with like
Any non-combat athlete?
Yeah. So I've been fortunate enough to be kind of hanging around like the Denver Nuggets players, and it's like
Really?
yeah, it'd be really cool to train some of them, like or at least like watch it because they're all like they're huge UFC fans, which is crazy because
Bro,
like
picturing you rolling around with Nikola Jokic is has me dying inside my head right now.
Yeah, straight
Jokic
up.
is like no joke, like 7 foot,
feet,
like
yeah.
285.
You
bro.
should see his brother. His brother looks like straight up like an evil villain from
Two
a movie.
mobsters, bro.
He's like the biggest dude I've ever seen. Like I don't know how they even get on flights.
They
or
both
anything.
played.
Like,
One of them played like professional basketball. One of them played like.
one of them was
D1
one of them's a
and-
fighter too. Like
Yeah.
one of them trains and like has like MMA fights and stuff.
They had issues with the NBA guys. Like there was
Yeah.
a big like a fight one night with this guy James Johnson, and he fought like Muay Thai, or he was
Yeah.
like an MMA fighter as well, who's in the NBA, and like they handled that shit.
Bro, I'll fight Meta War Peace. Is that Meta War
Meta
Peace?
World Peace, Ron Artest.
Yeah, Ron
Queens.
Artest,
He's
bro.
coming at Queens right now.
Bro, yeah.
You know,
Ron Artest would fight
Ron
you.
Artest is gangster.
Ron
shit.
Artest would say, "Yeah, I'll fight
for
that guy."
sure, bro. For sure. And honestly, I don't know how I
That's
feel about the matchup at all, but that's one basketball
No,
player
I think
that
you would
I like.
fuck Ron Artest up
That
100%.
motherfucker, bro, he's still 7 foot tall. The thing that sucks about being a flyweight is that you're still just kind of like a tiny like.
Doesn't
guy in that
matter.
sense.
You're a professional fighter. It's
Yeah.
Ron Artest. I'm taking you 100 times out of 100.
Yeah. Has Ron Artest been kicked in the fucking calf, bro? That's what I want to know.
Has Ron Artest been punched in the face by a professional? No,
Yeah.
but probably.
But
Honestly,
he's probably been punched a handful of times.
He's from Queensbridge.
Queens get the money, man.
Yeah,
St.
yeah.
John's.
Damn, man. I think I'll fight Diddy. I'm ready to fight Diddy for killing Biggie. It's really where I want to go with this.
Man, rest in peace, Biggie, man.
Yeah.
We're getting into real New York.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Now I'm back on the Queen side. You know what I'm saying?
But anything you want to add before we go? Anything you want to tell the fans? Anything?
Nothing specific, man. Just thank you guys for having me on. This has been
course,
cool.
bro.
This is a real cool little set too, and I appreciate you guys for having your time.
Of course, bro. Thank you for being here, bro.
Heck yeah.
Enjoy, whatever time off you get. I know
Yeah.
you're pretty active, so enjoy what you can and enjoy the fights this weekend. We
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
you, bro.
Hell yeah! Thank you guys for having me on.